Hey there, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Digimobs. This is the Ask Me Anything video, and it's going to be fairly short because I really didn't get a ton of questions, and that's fine. Actually, I have no idea how long this is. I could end up going very long-winded, in which case I apologize, or whatever. But hopefully I answer your guys' questions fairly thoroughly for you. And I have one more I'm going to add in here that I was asked during the Pokemon Red MU stream, and I'll answer that one. And that one actually has some length to it. But I did get some questions, so that's nice. At least for those of you that left questions, great. For those of you watching the video, thanks for watching the video. In the background, I am just playing Digimobs, but I decided I was going to just do a little bit of material farming for the other major building project that I would like to work on for this area. And I need to get a lot of stone, and I know that I have a bunch built up, a bunch of cobblestone that is down in a chest that you guys will see me open at some point here. I kind of forgot was down there, but I need a bunch more anyway, so that's what I ended up doing. So that's not too, the video will not be too eventful for this, unfortunately. So well, let's get right into it. I'm going to answer probably the toughest question first that I got, which was by Jack Kitson. And I apologize if I don't pronounce anybody's name correctly. I'm doing my best. I'm really bad at that, though. The question was, why don't I make this series daily? This is kind of a loaded question to some extent, but I'm going to try and be truthful about it. There's a couple of reasons why I don't do this series daily. One is I would run out of ideas on what to do for the series very quickly because I'm not a big builder, and I move pretty slowly when it comes to gathering my materials and stuff, especially for a really large project. And because of that, it takes me I'd have to put in a lot of extra time around every episode because I don't want to make you guys sit there and watch me do this kind of stuff that I'm doing in this video today, which is like me sitting here talking to myself while I pound into a wall for an hour. One of the other reasons is that I didn't want to get through everything in the mod super quickly, and if I did this every day, the mod itself would be worn out in my mind because I would just not have anything left to do specifically with the mod. And I already kind of remedied that to some extent by going back through and adding what the hell is that called? And I forget the name of the mod. The other mod that I'm using in here. That is really sad that I forgot the name of that, but I have forgot the name of it because I'm really tired. I'm recording this really late at night to get this up for you guys on Wednesday. I also want to apologize real quick. This was supposed to be out Monday. It came out Wednesday. Just the way it went for me. I didn't get a chance to sit down and do the recording for this until right now. And it's really late for me already, to be honest. But I wanted to get this done, so I stayed up late to do so. And the final reason for why I don't do this as a series daily, I feel like to some extent when I do a series like this that I burn you guys out. I burn the viewers out on a particular subject. And maybe that's not true, and it's probably not true for everybody, but I feel like I've seen evidence previously where it kind of seems like a series will be really popular, and then if I do a ton of it, like people will watch it to a point, you guys will watch it to a point, and then you just get tired of it and you quit watching it. And frankly, I don't blame you. I'm that way too with certain series. You get burned out until some time way later and you come back and watch it again or whatever. And that's fine. It really is. But that's kind of the last reason why I don't do this as a daily series. There's a chance that when this ties into a question later, but there's a chance that when this updates, when Digimobs updates, I may come back and do this 3 times a week or something again if there's a lot of new stuff added into the mod that I'm really excited about. So my excitement level with the way the mod is, and I wouldn't say I'm bored with this mod because I'm not right now, but I'm taking it at a slow pace so that I don't burn myself out on it and end up ending the series because this is a series that you guys really seem to like, and so I don't want to do that to myself and then end up removing the series entirely for a time because of that. So I know it's only an episode a week, and I know that you guys want more, but for now that's just where it's going to stay. And I'm sorry if you don't like that answer, but that's the truth. moving on, Atlantic Gaming asked when am I gonna play Digimon Masters again. I did it that very week actually. I put up a couple videos. There'll be a couple videos up this week too. Um, they will not be on the normal days. Thursday will probably be normal, but I did not hit Tuesday because I didn't get to. Like I said, this is the first chance I've had to record today, so this week that I've been able to sit down and record, and so I'm doing it really late at night, and I chose to do this first. So Digimon Masters will be back this week, and hopefully next week and the week following. Hopefully every week I'll be doing it. I plan to. It's just if my time works out or not. Jeff Collado asked, any new projects coming up? Okay, so this question kind of got answered last week in the uh, special video that I did in the preview. It's a preview. If you did not watch it, you should go back and watch it. But I will go ahead, and it was also an announcement video for what's coming up this year. So I'll go ahead and announce it. I'll answer the question here too, in case you haven't seen that video. I encourage you to go back and watch it if you haven't, though, because it's an actual preview. I did some stuff. This Christmas, thanks to my buddy Gabe, or Unburned Sky, he's in some of my other videos. If you guys are really excited about this, you might want to thank him if you ever catch him in my stream or something. You can leave comments on the video if you want. I don't care. You'll see them. Got me a console capture card, an Elgato HD, which is a really nice console capture card. So I can now capture console gameplay from my PS3, my Xbox 360, like my PS2, almost any console. I do not own any of the current gen consoles, so we won't be doing any games from current gen that are console only, unfortunately. But because of that, I'm going to start doing series of console, like basically console exclusive games that I own. And as this is a Digimobs video, the first console series we're going to do, and I'll probably only do one console game at a time until I go through them, but the first one I'm doing is actually going to be Digimon All-Star Rumble. So if you've been waiting for that, or you've been hoping I would do that series, it's coming, and it's coming very soon. Probably won't be this week, and if you're lucky and I can get the time for the end of this week, it will be up next week. I have to finish testing my new capture card because I don't have the settings quite right yet. So I have to take the time to do that, and there's a lot of setup required for me currently because of the way my office is basically equipped at the moment. So, but those are the big new projects. There are some other things I'm kind of working on that I'm not going to really talk about right now because I don't have much to show for them. But the console stuff is the biggest one. And actually, I have Digimon All-Star Rumble thanks to my buddy Chris too, because I used some birthday money from him to do that, to get that, knowing that you guys, hoping you guys would be interested in that. So that is where we're starting. So be excited for that. Get excited for that if you are looking forward to it. As far as projects within Digimobs, there's one big building project, and we are going to go in search of a rainforest here not too long, and that's about it for that. Tristan Dutch, that isn't right, but I don't know how to pronounce that name. That is a very interesting name. So I apologize, Tristan. His comment is just, dude, love your videos. Get Omnimon. I have kind of this. So I have a plan involving this forest base that I plan on building that I'm going to work on. That will involve Omnimon, getting Omnimon at some point. And that's all I'm going to say about that right now. But it'll probably happen. And if you were talking about Digimon Masters Online, I am working on that too. And then Night Demon TP, welcome back. Thank you. Hopefully I'll be around longer this time. Although I know I basically was gone for a week again because of treatment, but that's the way it goes. He says, I hope you keep this series going. I have no plans on ending it anytime soon, anyway. It'll at least be once a week, hopefully every week, as best I can handle. And then also, he has a question. What do you plan to do after Digimon updates? So, initially, I was not going to, I was just going to update it and keep going on this map. But I haven't updated in a while, and they haven't done a major update in a long time. And so I am kind of beginning to wonder if they aren't going to if this next update isn't going to be a very big content update. And if that's the case, I'm going to have to make a decision to either, because I kind of want to keep this map to some extent. Uh, but when they do like huge updates like that, I to some extent I like to start over almost. Um, Especially with world generation and stuff, because if they add a ton of things and I've pre-generated or I've generated so much of the world already, it takes a lot. I have to go even further to generate newer land space to be able to take advantage of whatever's been added to the game. I think what I'm going to do though, um, after debating on it basically for these last 2 weeks, I've been thinking about this question. I think what I'm going to do is since I have another gate, I have another portal, we haven't done anything in there in a while. I'm going to pick a direction that I haven't explored yet through that, because I've built out in one way to generate new stuff when we added that other mod. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to pick the direction that we haven't gone yet in there, and I'm going to just spend hours and hours probably digging in that same direction and building walkways and stuff. And we will we will expand this map like to a ridiculous degree, and I just won't build the other nether portal over there until um, I update the mod, and we'll kind of be starting over, kind of not. Now, I don't know when they're going to update it, and with my luck, they updated it this week, and so I'm looking like a total ass right now. Um, I'm gonna need some time to do this. So even if they did update it this week, we wouldn't update this week because I need to be able to take time to do this. But so we'll kind of be starting over, but not really. Like we'll keep a bunch of our stuff. We'll build a new base, and we'll explore the new terrain and stuff that we've got. Now, if I haven't gotten around to finding if I haven't found one or gotten around to building the base for it yet in a jungle, and we do find one in the newly spawned area when the mod updates, um, I will do that then. And basically, what that's going to be is I plan, and the reason why I'm doing this is I want to keep what we've done on the map so far, like the Digimental Shrine or Digi-Egg Shrine that we've got. If I can get this other big building project done, that. And if I don't get that done before this update, if I keep the map, I can come back and finish that. But for the most part, we'd leave Blue and Flame Vermont probably at the mountain cottage or whatever you want to call it, the mountain base, and we would just kind of pick up and move to the whole new base. We'd bring a bunch of our meat with us and stuff, and we'd get a whole new Digimon partner to start off with, and he'd kind of be the guardian of that base, and that kind of type of thing is what we're gonna do, I think. But yeah, those are the questions I received. The one question I was asked that some of you might find interesting, and I don't know if I ended up weaving this in or not during when I edited the Pokemon Red MU stuff. Crimson Streak asked me on there what got me into YouTube. I don't know how many of you guys watching this now have gone back and like watched my really old videos, but like some of my first videos are on here, and I don't recommend you go watch them. To be honest, they're not good, probably. I get really whiny at different points because I was like stressed out with life. But the truth of the matter is, I started watching a group on here that is called Mind Crack, and it's just kind of a gaming group now. But they were big Minecraft people at the time, and I started out I watched some of their ultra hardcore series, and that's where the version that me and my buddies run comes from initially. It's from those guys. But I started out watching them, and I just kind of like became inspired and was like, thought it would be fun, and did it and enjoyed doing it, and still enjoy doing it, and therefore I have continued. The truth is, though, well, that is the truth, but another part of that is that growing up, and when I was in high school and stuff, I was a big multimedia guy, um, and I like to take pictures of photography, and I used video cameras a lot and recorded things and did stuff like that. And so part of that ties into this too. I enjoy doing this stuff. I like to mess around with the editing tools and stuff, and I try to do interesting things. Thus the fact I do actual intros on my videos for the most part, as opposed to just starting the video, because I like to try and do things that I think are cool intro wise or whatever. even though I know I haven't done anything particularly fancy. But I still, I like to do what I think is cool. So whether it's cool or not is purely subjective. Um, but that's what got me into YouTube. I just saw that and I was like, this could be fun, and so I decided to do it. And if you're interested in doing that kind of stuff, the biggest piece of advice I have for you is just do it. Do it. Use what you've got. You don't have to invest money to do this. If you want to do it and try it and have some fun, see what it's like, just do it. Get yourself something to record, a program to record with. You can use the free version of Fraps. You can use Bandicam. There's any number of things you can record with. Just do it. Edit it with whatever editing software you have on your machine. You don't have to start with something fancy. I used Windows Movie Maker for I don't know a year before I bothered to or I put money into getting better editing software. Because I don't know, you guys may not realize this. I actually have been uploading YouTube videos for 2 or 3 years at this point. Um, a lot of you guys started watching when I started doing Digimon related stuff, and that was only like a year ago, a little under a year maybe, somewhere around there. I don't know. I haven't gone back and looked, but it'd be somewhere in that range. I had tons of videos before that. I don't encourage you guys to necessarily go watch some of those because a lot of them are pretty bad. But I did a whole series. I did Dead Island as a series with a couple of my buddies. Probably 2 years ago now. That's one of the older series that I have. I wouldn't watch that if I were you, especially if you're young. Do not watch that if you're like below 16, probably. Just don't. I'm not kidding. Don't watch it. Um, but that'll do it for the questions. Those are the questions I received. I thank you guys for asking the questions. Feel free. You can feel free to, if you have questions, to ask questions on any of my videos. I may not answer them in the next video, but I read pretty much all the comments, whether I respond to them or not. But if there's a question I have and I have an answer for you, I will answer it in the comments most likely. And if I don't answer it in the comments, just make sure you check the next video because there's a good chance that I answered it in there. So, but that's gonna do it for me today, guys. This video ended up being about the right length. I'm kind of shocked. I'm very long-winded, so I'm sorry about that, considering I was just answering like 6 questions. But it's the way it goes. I want you guys to take care of yourselves. Thanks for the questions. Ask me any other questions if you have them. But take care, and I will see you guys on the next episode, which will be more of a normal episode again. So take care, guys, and guys and gals. And I'll see you then. Bye-bye.